And now your 20s can be life defining, right? Balancing responsibility with chasing your dreams, balancing having fun because you're young, and balancing building for the future. Okay? It is absolutely pivotal that we nail this period of our time now. Number one, and this is by far the most important in my opinion, because not only does it improve who you are on the outside, it builds strength and resilience on the inside. And that's mastering your physical health. Okay? Now, I don't mean that you need to be jacked and you need to be, super shredded and you need to be dumb massive. I'm talking about you need to master the full spectrum of health, okay? You need to master discipline. If you can't get a six pack and if you can't, just look decent, okay? You don't need to be massive, but if you can't be healthy, if you can't commit yourself to eating right, sleeping right, going to the gym, working out, running around, if you can't master that, you're not going to master anything else, okay? Anything that goes business, entrepreneurship, relationships, social skills, it all depends on the fundamental building blocks that you develop as you go along in your fitness journey. That's why number one thing that sparks anyone's success stories, if we look into it, I would say 95% of the time it stems from a physical journey in the first place. Mine, I was an athlete my whole life, okay? 9 years old, I'm waking up at 6 a.m. to go run. 14 years old, I'm boxing, running around, waking up early, training. Now, I'm not in the best physical condition in the world, right? But if I take my shirt off, people can already tell that, yeah, he eats right and he trains. That's the bare minimum, okay? If you are not in shape, you are not doing the bare minimum. Get in shape right now. Another side to this is it builds strong habits that we use for later on. And if we go later on, what comes next? Number two, in your 20s, you need to understand language of money. I'm talking about making money, saving money, investing money, and making your money make money for you. You need to understand the concept of investing. I don't mean the concept of investing is the only thing is you need to invest in ETF and bonds and stocks and funds and no. I'm talking about, okay, every purchase you make has to have a return of investment. For me, my biggest purchases I made when I was broke that was scary was number one, my barbering tools, number two, my phone, number three, my camera. Okay? Now, all of those were the best investments I ever made in my late teens to early 20s because now those are making me more money than the average 7% that you would see on the stock market. Okay? So you need to understand the value of money and how you spend your money. Even the holidays I went on built such a strong vision for me because I went and saw shit that I never saw before. Okay? That's also return of investment. Number three, you need to prioritize your psychological health. Okay? What I mean by psychological health, I don't mean that you have to go to therapy. I don't mean that. But your psychological health stems from being able to live for yourself and not for other people. In your 20s, okay, it is more important than any point in your life. Why? Because your whole childhood, and I know this because I was you once upon a time. You might be 15 watching this, but when I was 15, 16, 17, I was obsessed with what other people thought of me. And you don't know this, but that plants seeds of shit in your brain, okay? Because you're constantly obsessed with doing what other people think you should be doing. But how does that translate into, a self-improvement journey? Well, for number one, when I got fired from my government job in, must have been 2018, 2019, right? Now, I was talking to a girl at the time. It wasn't anything crazy serious, but she said something that, stuck with me. And I'm glad that that sentence happened. When I got fired, she said, "What are you going to do now? Cut hair in your backyard?" And she kind of laughed like I was a fucking loser. And then I realized, like, hold on, that might be a good idea. Now, everyone thought I was fucking crazy, not trying to get a real job, not trying to... I started cutting hair in the backyard. Look where I am now. I'm in flipping Los Angeles. And I've gotten big on social media for my skills as a barber, and I've able to translate that into lifestyle. Because why? Barbering is a fucking lifestyle. Okay? You look good, you feel good, you smell good, you perform good in all areas of life. Okay? And guess what that girl's doing? She's still in the same office on the same chair 4 years later. So the lesson is there is don't fucking listen to what other people have to say to you. Everyone's going to parties, you feel like you're missing out. You're not missing out on shit. Trust me, there's always going to be another party. You are 18, 20, 21, 22. Now's the time to build. Okay? Strong mind, strong body. Those are the two fundamentals that we have to master in our 20s as soon as fucking possible. Strong mind and a strong body. That's going to set you up for life. Those are skills you learn for life. But what are some other things that we can take into our life as we grow older? Like, keep in mind, getting older is a fucking privilege. Okay? So don't at any point in your life, even if you're watching this in your late 20s or early 30s or whatever, how old you fucking are, don't ever think that, I'm missed out. Because guess what? Age is a privilege. Just remember that. Now, as we go older and we have mastered our physical health and our mental health, the next step that we need to do is master survival skills. And I'm not talking about fucking, learning how to create a fire or learning how to, camp. Yeah, those are interesting, those are fun, and those are, survival skills. When I talk about survival skills, I talk on practical skills that you can use in your life. For me, my number one survival skill is barbering. I know how to cut hair. And I think that is so fucking fundamental to my life because I move around a lot. Now, if something was ever happen to, go wrong, I know that I just need a clip and a fucking scissors and a comb and I can cut people's hair. And people grow hair anywhere in the world. Any motherfucker, no matter if you're black, yellow, white, old, young, you've got hair, I can cut it, you can pay me. Okay? That's a practical skill. Another practical skill that you need to learn aside from that, which are maybe less practical, but basic shit, man. If you're 20 years old, you don't know how to change a tire, you're cooked. Okay? If you don't know how to cook, you're cooked. Learn how to fucking cook food. Learn how to change a car tire. Learn how to do basic shit. Why is this so important? Why do I list it as number 3 in this rank? Because being able to be self-reliant is a fundamentality to any self-improvement journey. Physical, business, entrepreneurship, as I said, there's so many endeavors in life, but you need to be able to self-reliant. If a job asks you to move to another country that doesn't speak your language, you need to be able to survive. Okay? And a step further than that, social skills. Being self-reliant is not enough. It's important, but being able to communicate with people. And this is why my advice to any young fella, okay, or lady getting into this, who want to choose, maybe a side hustle or a passion. I get this in my school community all the time, which, by the way, if you are actually fucking serious about your self-improvement journey, I highly recommend you click that link down below and check out the community, because we talk about everything from physical health, diet, social skills, mindset, everything like that. But something I touch on there is being able to talk to people. In the last community call we had, okay, because I have weekly calls with everyone in there, someone was asking me, and they was about 17 years old, they was asking me, what can I do to find my passion? They were like, Z, you found your passion of barbering. Now, if I were to go back to 17-year-old me, 15-year-old me who started barbering, okay, knowing that in an alternate reality, I do not become big on social media and be able to make money off that, I would tell him, drop the fucking clipper and learn how to make money online. Go into sales. Because if you're going to do anything in life and you need to be successful, sales is the way to go. Because number one with sales, you learn how to convince people, you learn how to talk to people, and you learn how to talk to people of importance. That translates to everything. If you can't talk, you can't make money. So in needing to make money, you learn how to talk. You can communicate with anyone on this universe. You can make people like you, okay? You want to talk to a girl, if you're good at sales, you will get that girl. I promise you that. Number 6, and I go into this in extreme depth on my community because I think this is so important. This is a hidden metric, okay? You need to have the perfect life set up. You need to build a system that works for you, okay? People talk about discipline is more important than motivation, but you know what's more important than fucking discipline is systems. If you don't have the systems in place, discipline will fail you. A system of mine, small system. At night and in the morning, I have social media uninstalled off my phone. Because if I wake up and I get on my phone, I'm not always going to be disciplined. If I've slept 4 hours, do you think it's easy to be disciplined? I might check the Instagram. Boom. Doom scroll and I'm fucked for the day. Okay? Another system I have that I talk about in the fucking program a lot is make it make fucking sense. Make it make sense, brother. Like, you want to be a pirate, don't be a pirate in Antarctica. You're going to be a pirate in the Caribbean. If you're a bricklayer, you're not going to go live in the desert. You're going to go live where there's bricks. That's what I'm trying to get at. Build a system for your life that makes sense. If you want to be an online entrepreneur, okay, or if you want to, for example, you want to get into content creation, which I did, go to places like LA, Miami, Bangkok, Bali, Dubai, London. Go to social hubs. I was in Kansas, in the middle of buttfuck Kansas, with no one around, and I wanted to get into content creation. I knew that I had to get to Cali. I did everything it took, and I made it here. And it paid off. So that's my lesson to you, is make it make fucking sense. If you're in your 20s, what the fuck are you doing? If you're in your hometown and you're complaining, that's on you, brother. You are young and capable, and you've got all the tools you need to take the leap of faith. You're just scared to take the leap of faith. That's it. It's just fear. It's fear. Okay? People want to say, oh, it's hard. Like, I live with my parents and I do this and I do that. Like, I've got work. You've got work. You can leave the job. You can design the life you fucking want. The most addictive thing in this universe is not heroin. It's not drugs. It's not nicotine. It's not caffeine. The most addictive thing on this planet is a salary. And why? Because it replaced modern slavery. Back in the day when you were a slave, you get your food and you get your house and you work. Now, you work, you get your money, and you pay for your house and your food. That's slavery. They just fed it into you by a comfort system. Pensions, sick leave, standard wage. But guess what? There's no scalability. So if you are serious in the business world and you want to progress, aim for 10K a month and then scale that to fucking infinity. Number 7, aesthetics aren't just skin deep. Yes, we can look smacks, we can improve our skin, we can improve our body, but it goes much further than that. Your appearance. Your clothes, obviously, but your environment, okay? Don't be a fucking messy person. If you're in your 20s and you're a messy person, or appearance as well as being on time management. I've got a friend, he's always fucking late, and it irritates everyone. And everyone just has less respect for the fella because he's always late. It shows you're disorganized, that you don't care and you can't control yourself. If you're in your 20s, make sure you can fucking take care of yourself. Make sure your place is clean. Make sure you're on time. Make sure you smell nice. Personal hygiene. You know what I say? People that, for example, can't take care of their money, like, you know, they got credit card debt. People that, you know, can't take care of personal hygiene. It's the same as if you are obese. If you're obese and you don't have good hygiene, or if you're obese and you can't take care of your money, you are the same fucking, you've got the same issue, okay? An obese person can't take care of their calories. They consume the calories and they don't spend it. A person in credit card debt spends the money and can't pay it back. A person on personal hygiene, okay, goes and eats food and doesn't take care of their teeth. Dental hygiene, okay? Person that doesn't go looking nice, it means he's spending other people's opinions of himself without fixing it. Other people care as much as you think about your appearance. It's only for 3 seconds, but it does fucking matter. So if you're serious about leveling up in your 20s, make sure you are capable of spending and earning what you need. Hygiene, finance, and everything in between. Now let's get into the real source of it all, okay? So the first 4 and the last 3, basics, and then everything that you need to progress in life. Now let's create source, let's create aura. You need to build flair. How do you build flair? How do you create aura? Aura is not just charisma, it's not just confidence, okay? It's having something about you, that fucking X factor, okay? How do you get X factor? Experience and hobbies. That's how, okay? That is exactly how you build real aura, okay? When I'm talking to someone over here, I always get the same shit. You're interesting. Your life is so interesting, you know? And then when you walk in the room, people feel your presence. Oh, that's who that is. Yeah. You remember when you was in school? I don't know if you ever experienced this, but if you was ever in like high school, whatever, and then one day the new kid came, and the new kid's not just any new kid. The new kid's an international student. He just moved from another country, or he's only here because his father's a diplomat, so he's here for 6 months. And he's got an accent, he's got, you know, he's from a different part of the world. How interesting is that fella? Yeah? It's the same thing when you build experiences, okay? If you're young and you're making money, if you're young and you've got hobbies, you do shit, people know you do shit, if you're well-traveled, if you've moved countries, there's something about you. The mere fact of having an accent in another country. How did I build skills with talking to people? Now, as a teenager, I was an introvert in Australia, okay? I moved countries couple times, whatever. I end up in America, and all of a sudden, everyone's so interested in me because of my accent. And I realized that being different is what makes aura. Okay, if you are the same person but you're just confident, you can be charismatic, yeah, but real aura comes from being different. Now, you don't have to have an accent to have an aura, but you need to have something about you. So if you're in your 20s, start collecting experiences and adding depth to your character. Go on a solo trip. Last year, I drove from fucking one side of Texas to California, slept in the Big Bend National Park on the border of Mexico, walked white sand desert in New Mexico, slept in the Grand Canyon. In a couple of weeks, I'm about to do another road trip to Wyoming. Okay, just random shit. Collect experiences. Now, if you do think that it might be hard to build experiences based on your current situation, that's exactly what my program is for. Okay, so if you want to learn how to create real aura and how to be different and how to create champion mindset and add depth to your character, check out the link below. It's exactly what you need. Because if I think about, sometimes doing these kind of things can be challenging, but I've got a step-by-step protocol. The next source, and this is the last thing I'm going to say on this video, okay? You need to give back to people, okay? There's no point having a dream and having a goal in your 20s if you're not aiming to take care of those people around you. You know what's stronger than discipline, systems? It is motivation. It is motivation. But not in motivation in the sense that I want to get shredded, I want to have 10K in the bank. That's personal motivation. If you can find motivation that's unselfish, I promise you that will trump any discipline, any system you have in place. Think about the mother who has a trap baby under the child. She could have had all the discipline in the world to go to the gym for the last 10 years of her life. She's not picking up that car. But her motivation is so strong because it's not herself, it's for someone else. Why do you think the kid from the favela makes it in football and the kid from Beverly Hills doesn't? Because the kid from the favela feels an extra responsibility that this is the only thing he has, and he needs to take care of people around him. He needs to take care of his mom. He needs to take care of his 8 brothers and sisters. The kid in Beverly Hills grew up going to fucking tennis practice in a Rolls Royce. He ain't got shit on the kid from the favela. The favela kid is hungry, okay? So you need to be hungry, not for just yourself, but for those people around you. You're in your 20s. Your mom's still working. Your dad's still working, okay? Siblings need to be taken care of. Friends need to be taken care of. Future family needs you to be the man that you need to be, okay? And again, I'm going to say this again. If you are interested in becoming the best version of yourself, by far the best resource I can recommend to you are, number 1, books, number 2, podcasts, but number 3, my program, which in hindsight, I wish I would have created earlier. Not for you, but for me, because I think just creating the program has added an extra level of motivation for me, because not only am I now working for myself, right? I'm working for other people. I need to show up for other people. And that's what made me realize that motivation, when unselfish, trumps any discipline. So with that being said, build a life that makes you proud. Every choice counts. Number 1, everything is your fault. Number 2, true doesn't mean right. Believe what you want to believe because it helps you, not because it's true. Okay? I believe that I'm destined for greatness, not because it's necessarily true, but because that helps me make the right decisions. Because I know I'm destined for a life different from other people. So I make the right decisions. Okay? You can believe that you have free will. I don't believe I have free will. I believe that experiences and lessons shape who we are. And that in turn shapes our personality, shapes our character, shapes our behavior, shapes our experiences, shapes our choices. I believe that I don't have a choice. I have to wake up at 5 a.m. and work out, because that's what I've been doing since I was 9 years old. I believe I have to wake up and create a legacy for myself because I'm destined for greatness. None of that is actually fucking true. If I wanted to, I could fucking smoke. I could smoke drugs if I wanted to at night, and I could wake up at lunchtime and eat a pizza. I have free will. Everyone has free will. But I believe that everything is your fault and you don't have free will. That could be, I don't know, nihilistic or whatever you want to call it. But I believe if you can reframe your mindset, you can reframe every single decision you make for the long term to set yourself up for success. Life is one time shot. Don't waste it, please. Don't waste it. You're in your 20s. You have such a capable body, such a capable mind. You can do so much with your life. If this video resonated with you and you're ready to take these lessons a step further, click the link below. Okay, we've almost got 400 members in the community. People that want to strive for greatness, improve themselves on a daily basis, make the right choices, and support each other. With that being said, love yourself for who you are, but don't settle for who you are. Instead, sacrifice who you are for who you want to be. Okay? With that being said, catch you later.